Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Archonn. I'm going to be detailing a game that I had in an official tournament yesterday, as of this recording, um, and sort of talk about stall versus balanced and hyper offensive and how those teams sort of play into the meta right now. But first, here's the team that I use. So, pretty standard Garchomp SD set, uh, standard CB T-Tart set with Ice Punch over Fire Punch. Um, Bold Rotom, I've used this in another video. It's my favorite Rotom. I think it's the best defogger in the game, along with Iapapa. Really good tank and great pivot. Um, CB Scizor, sorry about the name, I got it like that. Can't be asked to change it. Um, Pretty standard set here too. Uh, Sub Gengar, pretty standard set. Thunderbolt's great for Togekisses and Milotics and stuff. Um, and then a Choice Scarf mixed Infernape. Uh, in Basara Toho's, my opponents for this game's first round, he used a Gastrodon, so I changed Grass Knot over U-Turn for this game, just in case he brought that again, since it could pose some problems to my team. Um, Otherwise, pretty standard set. So let's just get right into the game. Now, I don't think Stall is particularly good in this meta, considering how many wall breakers that were added in Gen 4. Like Garchomp and SD can break a wall pretty easily. Um, Rotom just gives you so much momentum, like we'll see in this game. Infernape is so fast and just hits so hard. With Stall, really you need like all of your Pokemon alive because they all sort of serve a particular purpose in walling a particular mon. And if one of those mons dies just to one of these insane wall breakers, then the team just sort of falls apart, like we'll see here. So I'm going to start with Infernape. Seems like a good option considering it outspeeds his team. He leads with Pharaoh, which is good for me. Now I think he's going to switch into Milo here, maybe hoping to catch a flamethrower burn. But he decides to go into Cofagrigus, which is kind of an interesting play. I don't really agree with that. But anyways, I went for the Grass Knot. Doesn't do that much damage. Now really his only option here is to Pain Split. So I gotta sort of free switch in. The obvious switch in is to Rotom, just in case like he switches into something else. I can Volt Switch out. Really, Rotom is sort of an all-encompassing switch in because of its great bulk, ability to Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp. So I don't know what I'm doing here. Also, I changed my name if you need to reach me in game. So this is the free Rotom switch in. Maybe could have gone for like, I don't know, Gengar if I was feeling frisky, but really no point in risking that. Didn't want to catch a Will-O-Wisp with either of these mons. Now I threatened the Hydro Pump here, which would do a lot of damage to him, so he's obviously going to switch out, so I'm also going to Volt Switch. And this is back right into Infernape to threaten another Flamethrower. Now you can see just like this sort of speed Rotom provides, not even speed in like the stat sense, just momentum. Like I can switch into it, Volt Switch out into a Wall Breaker, and then just do damage to his team. Now I know he's kind of scared to switch into Milo after seeing the Grass Knot, so I'm just going to go for a free Flamethrower. Decides to switch into Gliscor, which is kind of weird. Not really sure why he would do that. Considering I have HP Ice, probably he can tell. Excuse me, Flamethrower might burn. So here I'm calcing. I don't think this Gliscor is a wall, considering he already has 4 walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would kind of make sense for him to have a little more attacking power. Especially if Mind Shout is just like his only like, attacker. So I'm calculating how much a Flying Gem Acrobatics does to my Rotom Wash, since if it doesn't do a lot of damage, I can just switch in and Hydro Pump or Volt Switch out if he decides to switch. But he thinks I'm going to go for another Flamethrower, not really sure why, so he switches into Milotic there, and then doubles into Pharaoh, seeing that I switched into Rotom Wash. I wouldn't have Flamethrowered there since EQ just tears this Infernape apart. That's not a risk I want to take. So I Volt Switch out again into Infernape. Now he's obviously going to triple switch here, so I guess it's just sort of a matter of what I want to click this time. Decide to go with the Flamethrower. He switches into Blissey. I guess maybe he's not really scared of a close combat yet, because I haven't used it. So decides to go into Blissey. Now this is a free sort of switching into Scizor. But, I mean, a Flamethrower would have sucked there, but I don't think he was going to click it. Toxic, I eat it up. Here I U-turn. This does a lot of damage here. Puts it more into range to kill with maybe like a Focus Blast. I don't know if it would have killed before this U-turn of Focus Blast. You know, maybe an EQ kills. So I U-turn. I don't think... Or no, I think I go into Infernape here. Yeah. Go into Infernape again. So you can just see like how fast this team is. Like, I'm pretty much attacking and switching like either every turn with Volt Switch or every other turn. Just the meta is too fast for Stall to keep up with, in my opinion, which is why it's not that great. Here I think he's switching into Blissey again, so I'll just go for the CC. Good play by him. Switching into Milo here. Gets most of his HP back with lefties and Leech Seed. So here I obviously have to switch out. Rotom is pretty free here since I don't think this is Mirror Coat, considering he doesn't have a Flame Orb. Typically Mirror Coat runs Flame Orb, I would think. I suppose that's preference, but anyways, he's not Mirror Coat, so he switches out. By Mirror Coat, I mean he would stay in, take this Volt Switch, and then Mirror Coat whatever I switch in. But if he switched in, then I probably would have just gone like T-Tar or something, I don't know. It's like, it was obviously Mirror Coat if he's staying in. But he's not, so I Volt Switch. Now here I can see Gengar pretty much F's up his whole team because Gliscor would get 2-shot, Cofagrigus isn't a switch in, Focus Blast is in range to kill now. Maybe a Focus Blast Thunderbolt would kill Milo depending on how much the Focus Blast did. Blissey doesn't want a Focus Blast. So this is a pretty free Gengar switch in. Also, I didn't think he would Gyro Ball there since I've been switching into Infernape on this thing off of Volt Switches. Gyro Ball wouldn't have done that much since it's not very effective. Maybe it would have done some damage, but I was not expecting it at all. So there's a free Focus Blast. I kill the Ferrothorn, which is pretty much the crux of his whole team. Like, he just switches into this thing a lot. So now you'll see how easily Stall teams can fall apart once their sort of main wall against your team dies. Goes into Milo here. Here I decide to sub. I just want to scout what he's going to do. Maybe he'll double again. This guy really likes to switch. So I just want to scout a little bit. Go for the sub. He stays into Scald. So obviously I'm going to switch out here. Rotom's the obvious option. I'll eat that up. Now there's a free Volt Switch. If he decides to block it with Gliscor like he does, I already calced that Acrobatics doesn't really hurt me, so this is just a free Hydro Pump. And I Pharaoh's speed, which is quite interesting because that means he has 5 walls actually, this being the 5th. So 5 wall team getting torn apart by the sort of standard meta here. Now I don't think a high jump kick really kills, or does kill, so I just stay in. Also I have Iapapa, so if he does put me in that range, then I can just heal that back up. Maybe Hydro Pump would have killed here, who knows. Maybe Hydro Pump was the better option there, but I decided to go for the Stone Edge. Now for sure I live whatever attack he's going to throw at me. Here I go for the Hydro Pump. Probably would have killed the first turn, but it's alright. So you can see how fast this sort of falls apart once, you know, Pharaoh's dead. And here he forfeits. So now you can see just like the momentum and power that Gen 4 brought really shuts down stall teams, which is why I don't think it's very good in this meta. But I hope you learned something from this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.